Hey everyone, I'm here at Fruit Haven EcoVillage. It's a project down in southeast Ecuador, and you can join us. If you're a raw vegan who wants to live in the tropics and eat fruit, you can either buy land here because we do group buys, or you can just come down here and live on the community land and help us plant fruit trees. But anyways, I'm going to look at some bamboo. We just ordered 4 big long pieces of bamboo because, well, they're not very thick. We're not going to use them for building, but we're going to use them for scaffolding on an existing building to do some work. And one of them is not good. Here's how I know. Bamboo is supposed to be between 3 and 5 years old to be mature enough to use for building. It would have a low enough starch content and high enough fiber content that it will last a long time and the insects won't love it. This one right here, you can see it's very green. It's very solid green. It's very clean. That's a bad sign. It should not be clean. And it has these very obvious white bands, very distinctive white bands around the nodes. Each node has an obvious white band. Whereas these other 3 pieces are covered in this lichen, moss, mold type stuff. That's good. That means it's older. And the bands, they're not quite visible. You can tell that there's nodes there, but there's not these obvious distinctive super white bands, right? So I know these other 3 pieces were properly selected guadua bamboo. Now guadua is the construction one of the best construction varieties, often considered the best. The main signs you want to look for is that it has the moss mildew lichen growing on the skin, that it's not super green and fresh and new looking, and that those white bands are not very visible. So these 3 were good, and this one right here is bad, too young. I'll still use it because it's for scaffolding, but when the guy came and delivered it, I paid him a little less for that one because I specifically told him I wanted only mature bamboo, so sometimes they try to pull one off on you. Right. So in the future, if you're ever building a house out of guadua, hopefully you'll have some idea of how to only select mature guaduas that are between 3 and 5 years old.